What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of Y&R, um, I totally 100% agree with Chelsea. I actually do. When she was talking to Billy about his podcast and what she thought about it, I totally agree with her. I feel like the podcast is too dark. I think it's an interesting topic to like talk about your most inner thoughts and stuff, because what you're going through or what you went through could possibly help somebody else. But I just feel like in Billy's case, it's too dark. Like it's way too much doom and gloom. And I totally get where Chelsea's coming from because I feel the same way when I'm listening to a podcast. I listen to podcasts that talk about real life issues, money, politics, whatever, relationships. I listen to those types of podcasts. But the difference is all those podcasts that I listen to that talks about everyday issues and struggles like weight, everything, they do it in such a humorous and fun, uplifting way. And that's what makes me want to listen to those podcasts every week, because it's fun. It uplifts you. It's not all dark. It's not doom and gloom. It's not like a cloud is over you. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get where Chelsea's coming from with that. Totally get it. It's like nobody wants to listen to that dark shit. Like, I'm just saying. So I'm glad Billy really listened to what she had to say, and hopefully he makes some changes to the podcast. Um, Lily was pretty much telling him the same thing before. It was like, you got to lighten up on the podcast a little bit, lighten up, throw some humor in the shit. I'm like, exactly. That's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear that dark foolishness all day. like all depressive and stuff. I'm like, please, most people are depressed enough. They don't need more depression on top of their depression. I'm just saying. Um, I'm not a fan of where I think they might be going though with this, because when Chelsea was having her meeting with Lauren and they were going over her sketches and stuff, she kind of looked over and was staring at Billy, and I'm like, no ma'am. I don't want to see Chelsea and no Billy together. Absolutely not. And that's the problem with Chelsea lately. She keeps trying to go after men that are attached. You know what I'm saying? Instead of finding somebody that's unattached. It's like, why are you looking at somebody like that you know is in a relationship, especially with his woman standing right next to him? That's like odd. And she did the same thing with Ray. Like she really fell head over heels with that man. Um, After just grieving harder than his widow. Like, she need to calm down. Um, but I'm totally here for them trying to break up Lily and Billy though, because I do feel like Lily and Billy do not need to be together. Like she just comes off more as his mama than his girlfriend, and that's a big hell to the no. That's what you do not want. You do not want to date your mama. I'm just saying, if somebody's treating you like you're their child, it's like absolutely not. How the hell can a relationship like that work? So I think it's time to nip that relationship in the bud. I wouldn't be opposed to Billy and Amanda getting together. I do. I like their chemistry together. I would not be opposed to that. And Amanda, I feel like is more, sharper to handle him than Lily. You know. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, I love the scenes between Michael and Lauren. I love it. I believe Michael and Lauren been married for what, 17 years now, and I love it that they do love in the afternoon and stuff, because after 17 years of marriage and at their advanced age, 'cause I believe they're like mid 50s to late 50s, early 60s, and for them to still get it in the way that they do, because Michael said, "Listen, you got time for a little, little quick lunch?" She was like, "Yeah, well, I can't go home." She said, "I ain't got time to go home, but we can go upstairs. We could book a room real quick and go upstairs." I love that energy. Because, like I said, after 17 years of marriage, you don't want to get to a point in your marriage where you got to pencil in sex. You know what I'm saying? With your spouse. You don't want to get to that point. That's a hell to the no. Me personally, I like spontaneous things. I like spontaneity. I like just, we could be sitting here having dinner, and the next thing you know, the clothes is just flying off and we butt naked on the kitchen table. I'm just saying, like, that's spontaneous. I love that. Like, I don't have to pencil in, okay, so Tuesday, let's have sex Tuesday 9 p.m. Let's have sex Friday 8 p.m. No. So I love that about them, you know? And I love that at that age that they're at, that they still get it in the way that they do, because for some people that slows down too as you get older. For some people, not everybody, but so I love it, you know. And I love that even though they're on both sides of the fence right now. Like they're on opposite sides because Lauren is not thrilled about him working for Victor. I love that even though they disagree so much about things as far as work, they don't let that interfere with their love. You know what I'm saying? That's how it has to be. Like we could disagree on this and we could argue a little bit about it, but when I want to get it in and have dinner with you, we gonna push all the issues to the side. Because that's business. This is personal. This is pleasure. We're not gonna let the business interfere with the pleasure. I like that. I always did love Michael and Lauren together. I always did. She may nag him sometimes, but you know what? When you've been married a long time, it just comes with it, I guess. So I'm here for it. They was up in that room getting it, and like two college freshmen just going at it, and I love it. I really do. And Michael's still handling Victor's business and stuff, setting up meetings for him and whatnot. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, I totally understand where Adam is coming from because I totally agree with Adam. Like he knows that the other shoe is about to drop. He knows it. He knows Victor way too well. He knows Victoria way too well. I think that's why he's happy to be CEO, but he's not getting overly excited, especially when Sally came in and told him about the reviews and stuff about the press conference that people were talking about, and they were praising him as the future of Newman, and he may have some great ideas that could take Newman to the next level. He wasn't really thrilled about it, and I totally get why. I totally get why, because he knows how Victor operates, and that's what Victor does. He dangles that carrot, that CEO carrot in your face, and Victor knows he can give it to you and take it back anytime he wants. And, I get it. And that's no way to live. That's why I wish that Adam would just walk away from the company for good. You know what I'm saying? Walk away. I don't know how he does it. Like, continuously work for Victor, knowing that he could take that company back from you anytime he wants. That's no way to live. And Adam has the smarts to start his own company, to start his own brand. Um, and I think he should, for Connor's future, for his future, his legacy. Instead of building on Victor's legacy, build your own legacy from the ground up. But I think even if he tried to do that, Victor would probably try to find some way to sabotage it because that's what he does. He tries to control, his kid's life. But yeah, I totally get where Adam is coming from. He tried to tell Sally. Sally was talking about, no, I don't think Victor would kick you to the curb. Sweetie, you must not know Victor too well. Victor will kick him to the curb just like that, without a moment's notice, without hesitation. Um, I feel like she's trying to be optimistic, but also naive at the same time, because she's very naive where Victor and Victoria is concerned. Like, Adam knows them. He knows them quite well. He knows what they're capable of. He knows what they will do. Um, Nick was getting on my damn nerves. Like, Nick was really annoying me when Adam and Sally came into the restaurant and stuff like that. And he had made a comment about, oh, you know, that may be changing soon or whatever. And, about him possibly coming back to the company or whatever. And Victor was trying to act like he wasn't paying attention to the conversation, but he knew he was. And he was curious as to what Nick was talking about. And, he was like, I noticed that you've shown more interest in the company lately. But Nick was trying to play it off like, nah, I just like getting under Adam's skin, just to make him, worry or whatever. Why would Adam need to worry about you? In my opinion, not to underestimate Nick, because Nick is not to be underestimated. I would never underestimate anybody. But Nick is more small business. And I've said this plenty of times before. When it comes to big business, it's not really his forte. It's not really his cup of tea. Small businesses like Restless Style, Crimson Lights, the Underground, little small operations like that, that's more his speed. That's where he thrives. Big business like turning a company that's making it international and stuff, that's not his forte. That's not his thing. And it annoys me that Nick wants to jump into Newman now because Adam's the CEO, and that's the only reason he's doing it. He could sit here and lie all he wants about, oh, I'm trying to reunite the family, I'm trying to bring peace and balance into the family. That's the family. What the hell does that have to do with Newman Enterprises? I just feel like the only reason he's trying to jump back into Newman in some capacity is because Adam's the CEO and he doesn't like it. That's the only reason. If Adam was not CEO, Nick would not give a damn about Newman Enterprises. He has shown no real interest in Newman for years. Now all of a sudden, oh, Adam's CEO, oh, I got an issue now. Because I remember when he told Sharon, "Oh, I want to be a part of Newman in some capacity." Basically, he wants to have a voice at the company and not just be there to give opinions. But that's the problem with Nick. You can't half step. You can't be half ass in. You got to be in all the way, or you're all the way out. That's what it is. You can't just be in the company 1 minute and think that you're gonna run roughshod and then leave whenever you feel like it. Absolutely not. Um, and this is why I want Adam to just start his own thing. I feel like he's more capable to do that. Um, Victor is definitely trying to be a few moves ahead at this point. And him and Nick were pretty much just talking about the whole Victoria Ashland situation, about how he blocked the investors from investing. And it's clear that Victoria got a plan. I feel like at this point, Victoria's playing Ashland. I'm more convinced now than ever because she's been saying ever since they got to New York, "Oh, why do we need investors? Let's use our own money." And I feel like she told Nick about her plans on purpose because she knew he would go to Victor, and Victor knows that. Victor was putting it all together. You know what I'm saying? Because he questioned Nick. He was like, "Why would Victoria even tell you all this information unless she knew you would tell me?" That's exactly what it is. Victoria pegged it. She knew that Nick would go to Victor. She knew Victor would try to go and talk investors out of investing, and that's what happened. So it looks like Victoria is definitely a few moves ahead of her damn self. She got a brilliant plan working. I feel like she wants to humiliate Ashland in the manner to which she feels he humiliated her. And I feel like that's what this is. It's her way of getting revenge on him, and that's exactly what she's trying to do. Um, she probably, she's sitting there telling him, "Oh, you should buy this building and stuff like that, and I'll set up a business account, a corporate bank account." I say, yep, she's trying to swindle that money out of him. That's exactly what she about to do. Probably the money that Victor gave him. She wants to humiliate that man. Show her that she ain't no, show him that she ain't no weak person or whatever. It's a smart plan. I wonder who she was texting though when she was saying everything is going according to plan or whatever. I wonder who she was texting. A part of me think it could be Victor that she's working with on this, but it would be too obvious. That would be way too obvious. My thing about Victoria is I was kind of happy when she left to go to New York. I knew it wasn't going to be permanent, but I feel like she needs to get out from under Victor. You know what I'm saying? Because Victor has this thing where he feels he needs to control all of his kids. The only person he doesn't really try to control is Abby. Abby is in her own little world. Like, we don't even see Abby interact with the Newmans like that. She be in her own little bubble. And Victor don't really mess with her. Everybody else, he has to be the puppet master. And it's like, okay, Victor, calm yourself down. Let your kids. I mean, because his kids are damn grown. Like, Victoria and them are pushing 50. It's like, he's still trying to control them. Like, that is sad. Very sad. But you know what? I'm interested in seeing where this goes. Like, seeing if Victoria's plan is gonna come to fruition. That's what I want to see, and who she working with. Anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.